this Friday, February 19th, at Tractor Brewing, Art Fight, a benefit for Ivy. Our friend Monique's cousin got in a real bad car accident, and they're doing a benefit for her at Tractor. It's this Friday night, February 19th, 7 to 10 p.m. There's going to be live art auctions, music, DJ sets. Def Eye is going to be there. Antro, I don't know if I'm saying that right. DJ Young Native and DJ Way Funky. And that's again this Friday at the Tractor Brewing. Yo, what's up?
Huh? What?
Yo, the following podcast contains music by Kid Methuselah.
Yeah.
Hit that shit up. Check it out. kidmethuselah.bandcamp.com.
Amen.
I guess I'll spell it out for you. KidMethuselah.bandcamp.com. Lots of good shit. Go buy it. Go listen to it.
Cool.
Get the lube ready. It's time for the problem with everything.
Oh, no.
Rush Limbaugh's Lush Rim Job.
Today, Tuesday, February 16th, 2016. Pop Culture, episode number 573.
Talk about.
Or The Problem with Everything. Hey, everybody, I'm your pop cultureite, Rob.
I'm Lowki Sapfoot up in this motherfucker.
Yay. And possibly this fatherfucker. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you're into. I'm a hamster inside Richard Gere. You ever notice when the hamster sneeze, how good that feels?
Sneezes?
Yeah, somebody said that. I read that or saw that somewhere, and it was like the most horrendous line I ever heard in a movie, but it was amazing too. Yeah, they were just like, it was just like, I love it when the gerbil sneezes in my asshole. That's the kind of feeling I get from doing this to you. Like something awful to a person.
Now, at the risk of sounding like a pervert, and not even necessarily in a sexual way, but like when a dog kind of not fully sneezes, but just when it sniffs something, the feeling of like it's like the cool and hot of its breath mixed with its wet nose and the tickle of its whiskers, I could see that feeling fairly good on a butthole. Like I don't want to fuck dogs or whatever, but
I could see that being fairly good, feel good anywhere. It's just kind of it's a sensual thing. Like even when they're smelling your pants, you're just
right. Like, I'm saying not necessarily in a sexual way. Yeah. But I mean, potentially. But then if it wasn't a dog
in that context, yeah, that may or may not have happened one time.
Anyway,
out by the shed,
the peanut butter trick
in the backyard.
Yeah, rub peanut butter on your asshole. That dog will get up in there. Yeah, if you get it like on your finger and kind of wipe it on inside the rim. All right, I'm sorry. It's my bad. We're a minute and a half into this, and everyone's turning it off.
Just defecated in your ear hole.
Yeah, I went
with a little peanut butter.
Just went ass to ear pussy in this, and I don't know.
What am I doing? What am I doing here?
Doing with our lives.
Well, if you we got a review finally. Somebody had a 3-word review about what this awfulness is that you're listening to.
Yeah, shout out to Colliding on Reddit, on the Albuquerque subreddit. Somebody had asked about
local podcasts.
Yeah, local internet-based content creators.
Oh, there we go. Which we are a part of.
So this guy Colliding says, "Great question. I've been trying to keep track of Albuquerque-based podcasts as I discover them for future blog posts." And then he lists the podcasts, and we're fourth on his list. And he listed us as, so he has we got Brawling Brothers board games, Dukes of Dice board games, Startup Spot with Sonia, Entrepreneurship, The Problem with Everything, ? Random ?
Which is a beautiful way, which made me think that, the problem with everything, genre, what was it? Genre, no.
I can't remember.
No genre, no logic or something like that.
Fuck.
Without good genre, without logic.
Or something like that. Yeah. It was better before. That's what happens when you don't record everything you do in your life constantly.
And you're not drunk.
Yeah, we should be drunk. This would have been a better episode if we were drunk. I don't know. Actually, I'm just going to real quick read off the rest of the podcasts on this guy's list just to give him love.
Yeah.
City on the Edge, Albuquerque history. City on the Edge is cool. I've talked to them a little bit.
Oh, really?
We follow each other on SoundCloud now.
Nice.
They do a cool show. It's always like a subject about Albuquerque.
Oh, cool.
And
I've heard of them. I haven't listened to them yet.
I like it. I don't remember their names or anything, but I recommend it.
That's awesome. I feel like we're the TMZ of Albuquerque now.
Yeah. This is interesting. There's a comedy podcast called Potential Problems. So the problem with everything and potential problems. Maybe we can have some kind of rivalry with those guys.
Or even like a crossover episode.
Yeah. The potential problem with everything. Yeah, that'd be good. Hit us up, guys, if you hear this, and maybe I'll actually do something and hit you up.
Hit you back.
The Turquoise and Beef Jerky Roadshow.
That sounds delicious and pretty.
I've listened to that one, actually.
Really?
Albuquerque and Outdoors. They usually do like I think from what I remember, they did like a destination and just talked about the place.
Yeah.
So I think they talked about like Tinkertown or something. I don't remember. I could be confusing that with who knows. I take in so many things through my senses at all times. It's hard to remember. And then Simple Cocktails, which is a podcast about making drinks.
Sweet. We have some cool podcasts in this town.
Yeah, check out all those, rewind that shit, listen again, write them down, listen to all of them in their entirety, the entire catalog, and then email me a detailed report at lokisapfoot@gmail.com.
Where you can also send a photo of your junk.
If it's easier, just send a twat shot or a dick pic, and I'll accept that in lieu of a detailed report.
And if you just happen to write down the list on your junk...
That would take some talent.
Double trouble right there.
Yeah. I'd be into that.
That might actually make the cover of something. So,
if you send me a picture of your dick with a report about all these podcasts written in tiny writing, I will make that the cover of my next album. That's a promise. LokiSapfoot@gmail.com. You can send me that shit.
You can take that one to the bank, the sperm bank. Cha-ching! So if you're listening to this right now and you're still listening right now and maybe you've never heard this before, we are on iTunes. You can just punch in The Problem with Everything. Subscribe right there. It'll get downloaded right to your iTunes.
Holla.
Don't have to do anything. Get to see our lovely faces. Please vote us 5 stars if you think we're worth 5 stars. If you don't, just don't no, go ahead and vote, whatever. I don't care. You can also check us out on SoundCloud, and I believe we're also on Podomatic.
Yeah.
But it's all the problem with everything.
Hit us up on the SoundCloud if they're still a company, because I heard they were in some trouble, but
no, really?
I don't know. I don't want to talk shit. I'm not really fully apprised of the situation. Hit us up on Twitter. You can find myself, Loki Sapfoot, @Sapfoot on Twitter. I post little silly things like tongue twisters, such as Rush Limbaugh's Lush Rim Job. That's some of the gold you'll find on my Twitter. Where can they find you on the Twitter?
Black gold. They can hit me up at Holiday Rob. I've been trying to get, this is going to tie into our next thing here. I've been trying to get on there to be consistent about posting when I'm going to be gaming, because the whole Dust 514 thing is kind of, I don't know, turned into the only thing I play right now. So
it's taking over your life.
Yeah. So if you're a gamer, you can hit me up, holiday_sale on the PlayStation Network. I play a PS3. Dust 514 is the game that I've been rocking lately. I also play Battlefield 3, but not so much right now. Katamari and
nice.
Wipeout Fusion HD. So you're also gaming.
Right now, doing a lot of the Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I'm winning now consistently in the for fun section.
Yay.
For glory, not so much yet, but for fun, I'm winning as Bowser pretty good now. Hit me up, Loki Sapfoot, just like it's spelt on the podcast, with a W in Loki. A W in the middle of Loki. Because I thought if I just throw a W in there, it might make me more successful. I don't know. Maybe people will look past certain shortcomings I have.
Hey, man, maybe your non-existent brother will get you to help his campaign, even after Donald Trump says, 9/11 happened because of George W. Bush.
Did you see that? Did he say that?
He did. He said it at the last debate, and people booed him.
Awesome.
The Republican
That's hilarious.
audience booed him because they were like, no, facts! Fuck you! Get those facts out of here!
I forgot it. Oh, did you see Jeb Bush tweeted the gun with it? He tweeted a picture of a gun with the engraving Governor Bush on it.
Really? That's creepy.
Yeah, and the thing that was creepy about it is the text.
Yeah.
It was he tweeted the picture, and the text was just America, period.
Whoa.
With the picture of a gun. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, what do you mean?
No, there was one where he was giving this speech and nobody clapped, and he was like, "Applaud, please." And
Jeb said that.
Yes,
so I feel bad for the guy.
It was so funny.
He'd probably be, not that any of them would be good, but
Right.
of all of the family, he's probably like the best actual leader. But he's so like non-charismatic.
Well, he's
It's
not
just like-
as bad as Bush, and I'm sure he knows that every day, and he thinks about that, and he's like, "God damn Cheney."
Right.
Which I say, oh, by the way, before we get any further with that, though, I would like to celebratorily remark that Antonin Scalia fucking died. So, fuck you, you fat piece of shit.
Click your heels.
Justice, nature does bring a little justice once in a while, and it was good. And
that guy was the worst.
that guy was the fucking worst. And the hilarious shit is all these people being like, "You gotta show respect." And he was a constitutionalist, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg really liked him.
Okay.
So the fuck what?
That's fine. It's funny because those are all the same people that when we were all saying, "Fuck Bush, he's not my president," they were like, "Well, now he's the president of our country and you need to show respect." Now they're the ones that are like, "This Obama is a Kenyan Muslim fascist.
Socialist.
Right.
He's not even from here.
He's a black, white, fascist, socialist, up, down."
And now that
Inside out.
Beyonce is a member of the Black Panther Party, so is he, and they were the same as the KKK.
It's so, yeah.
And I was like,
just-
whenever somebody says that, I'm like, I do remember those white people being used as decorations in trees. I do remember that.
Right? Yeah.
That was the
That
thing
rings a bell.
That was
Yeah.
the thing that happened. History. Who the fuck cares? Subtext. So I guess that's it. I mean, hey, like us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We almost have 100 likes. I think we're like 2 away. We've actually picked up a little bit of momentum in the last couple months, and that's pretty cool. And why not keep having Albuquerque personalities with songs from our bands, and I forget what else that description had.
So I didn't finish my story about Reddit. So this guy, what was it? Colliding. Yeah. So I comment on it and I'm like, "Hey, nice list. Cool. That's our podcast there. The random one, the problem with everything." And he's like, "Oh, maybe I should say like the interviews locals, talks about pop culture and plays their band's music." And I was like, perfect. But that was cool.
It.
Like he listened to the shit.
The problem
That's
with
cool.
everything.
I appreciate it.
Defying genres and defying logic.
That was it.
That was it.
Finally nailed the. That's it. That's the new tagline.
I think I'm just gonna use that like somewhere in the show.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a theme song and we can put that at the beginning. That'll be the thing.
Defying logic.
Yeah.
In a world without logic.
In a world without logic.
People have to use bad anecdotes.
In other adventures on Reddit, I met this guy. I think it's a guy. It might be a woman. I don't really know. This person named Kid Methuselah. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Methuselah?
Yeah.
Met Husela. Methuselah.
Methuselah, not even once.
Yeah, anyway, Kid Methuselah posted a track on the Reddit. So I checked out I actually hit the person up talking about potentially doing a little work with them musically, maybe putting some words to some sounds.
That's amazing.
That may be in the works. But this person, I went and checked out their Bandcamp, got the discography going. So we're going to do Kid Methuselah tracks as the music this week.
Sweet. So see, Mr. Colliding, it's not just our band's music. It's potentially our music as well.
Right? See? Yeah. We play music we like.
Getting all nitpicky and shit about it. Like,
all offended.
hey, you know what? If you're listening and you're in a band or you have friends in a band, fucking tell them to submit to us. We will totally play anybody's.
Submit to us.
Submit to us. They basically want
on
them
your knees, maggots.
But first pants off, and then on your belly. Yeah, I mean,
we have different preferences.
Well, I mean, we do this like the LAPD. We want to be fair, and it doesn't matter what color you are as long as you're a musician. But yeah, submit some music to the podcast. We'll play it on here. You can be like, hey, we were on a podcast. It wasn't a very good one, but it happened. Your grandma won't want to listen to it. Your mother will definitely not want to listen to it. Actually, if your granny's kind of cool, she might want to listen to it. Granny, pretty awesome. Quietly Kept does have some shows coming up. I couldn't tell you when or where. One of them is in March, early March. And I believe one of them possibly is this weekend. I know we have a show that is coming up this week, but it's not going to make it to deadline. So,
All right.
So,
well, actually, I'm going to do this one tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same night turnaround status.
Oh, shit.
So
just like UPS.
So is there a place they can go to find out when?
Quietly Kept. QuietlyKept.com, or you can like us on Facebook. Quietly Kept Music, all one word. Super easy to find. We're the only ones silly enough to be named that. Besides, I think some like MC or some chick who like sings or something is Quietly Kept on in a couple other places.
Really?
Or Quiet as Kept, I think is what she goes by. What they go by. Gender non-specific goes by.
All right. I'm going to play a song from the Future Beat It EP.
Yes.
This is the title track, Future Beat It. It might sound familiar, but I promise nothing about it is. That's just your imagination. Here's Future Beat It by Kid Methuselah, and we'll see you on the other side with lots of speak about pop culture and TV shows and the ilk.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm a human being.
Fan. I'm a human being.
A human bean?
Yeah, B-E-A-N. I'm a human being.
You have a human sprout?
Damn right.
That's what I call my penis. Yeah, baby, suck that human sprout.
I guess that's way better than the mold. Giant fungus.
That's what I call my ejaculate. You like the mold?
Mine's a blueprint. But it's only half a blueprint. She's got the other one hiding.
Are you the keymaster?
Oh, I wish I was a keymaster. I'm not. I've met him. He is quite masterful with his key.
Make it a rule never to get involved with possessed people. It's more of a guideline than a rule. Peter Venkman. It's a quote to live your life by.
That one. And who do you call?
It's actually who you gonna call. Which brings me to my next point. I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. I watched that movie like every day of like the 4th year of my life.
Yeah.
Like every day. And maybe it was the 5th year of my life. I don't remember exactly.
Somewhere in the mid single digits.
Somewhere in like the transition from toddling to being a little kid. I watched Ghostbusters like every day. Still know pretty much every line to it. If I'm watching it, I can say it all along.
Damn.
So, I'm curious to mildly excited about the reboot that they're doing.
Right.
I'm down to check it out, And so I'm on surfing on the YouTube and I see Ghostbusters trailer.
Uh-huh.
And I click on that shit. And it's like a 30-second trailer, right? And it starts and there's like, it does that thing that every movie preview, I think it was Chris D'Elia pointed this out. Every single movie preview shows a city.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes, whoom, and then words come up. And then it shows another short shot of, and then like a scary whoom noise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it does that shit and it says, who you gonna call? And then it says trailer premieres March, whatever.
It was a trailer for the trailer.
It was a motherfucking trailer for a trailer. Have you seen that shit before?
Kind of.
I was furious.
It's becoming more common.
I was Nick Furious Styles about that shit.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yeah.
They did that. I think they did that with Ninja Turtles too.
Ridiculous.
Not
the Secret of the Ooze.
But also they did that to Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The reboot.
Anyway, we don't have a guest.
We don't have a guest. Whew. Goodness. Nah, it's fine. It's good to take a break. Update you people on what we enjoy. Like Daredevil. Daredevil was good. Finally finished the whole first season. Saw the actual trailer for the second season with John.
Yeah. I haven't seen that. Didn't that just come out? The new trailer?
It must have just came out like today or yesterday because I just watched it today.
John Bernthal from Walking Dead. And what else is he? He's on some gangster show.
It's looking like they're going to be head to head.
Yeah. Daredevil's going to fight the Punisher.
Frank Castle. I was telling Kayla about this story because I was like, do you know about the Punisher? I was like, that was like Marvel's first like guy, good guy who used the gun and he fucking killed people. And, it was just like super revenge because the whole story's like, I don't know if he was the first to kill people, but I know he was definitely the first to have a gun.
Yeah. It was one of the first dark things in mainstream comics,
like
I think.
The mid-70s, I think, is when it came out. I did not look up any of this stuff, so don't quote me. But, but I like to believe that some of my knowledge is set in stone in my brain.
We need a spoiler, or not a spoiler, but a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. It's like, warning, none of this is researched and we're idiots.
Warning, this might actually just be entertainment and not factual information, unlike Fox News or any other news outlet.
It might not even be entertainment, if we're being honest. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder.
But it was really cool. It was like the genesis of his name and his suit and everything. And
right.
Right,
because when the first season of Daredevil starts, he's just like a guy doing it.
Yeah.
He's not I'm Daredevil.
Right.
I'm here to, whatever. He's not a superhero yet. He's just some crazy asshole.
Some blind dude who believes justice is blind as he is.
Right. Well, I guess he has powers. He's not just some asshole.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Vincent D'Onofrio was great.
Fantastic. That guy's the best.
I really thought that... I really didn't think... Well, obviously, he's going to be back at some point, right? I mean...
Oh, yeah. You got to assume.
Spoiler alert. But anyway, but yeah, like the way it ends, you're kind of like, wow, I thought this was going to be like impossible to topple. But, things take a break and then
I don't know that it's toppled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, the dumb assumption is to...
Right.
think that it's over.
His wife can still run shit, right? Or is she around? I don't even remember.
She's around. She
didn't die or anything.
No, she's gonna be there.
Yeah.
It's just cool though. It was great, like character, in-depth look at characters and what makes them and how they're different, and two guys are the same thing and same place and they have the same feelings. It's almost like the classic story. I mean, all good guy versus bad guys.
The enemy is the reflection of the self.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah. Well, both sides are the one whole person, and this one is so much like that in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I liked how they brought in some of the like more supernatural stuff just really subtly. Like I can't remember her name. If I knew we were going to talk about this, I might have read summaries. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have done shit. But the old Asian lady, she kind of hinted at
Nobu or whatever her name is.
Yeah, she knows all languages. Like they kind of hinted at like some mystical shit happening.
Right.
Yeah, and like with Stick coming back, and that guy's
guy's amazing.
So cool. Yeah. I liked, but they just kind of planted the seed for.
Yeah.
This might be in this world. Yeah. Anyway, back to the crime story.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
It really, I guess that's what impressed me about it, was how much it worked in, like, this is just a story. Like, I haven't gotten there with Jessica Jones. I barely got through the first episode.
I'm a big fan of that one.
Really? I wasn't super stoked on the first episode yet. So.
You got to keep watching it.
I will. But,
David Tennant is in it from Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
He plays, I don't know, one of the doctors. The 12th one? 13th? I don't know which one they're on.
I don't know.
Probably the 12th.
Somebody was talking about having a woman play, and I thought that would be interesting.
If it's not a black woman, and Batman too.
How about a Jewish hermaphrodite?
So, Dark Tower. I'm a huge fan of the Dark Tower. Right?
Yeah.
Supposedly, Idris Elba from The Wire has been cast as the lead as Roland in the Dark Tower.
Okay.
And that sucks, because an essential plot point is one of the characters hating him because she's black and he's white.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? Like, why make that change out of the gate?
Well, is there any way that she could be white and he's black for it to like kind of work or something?
No.
Would it just be like old style racist animosity instead of like...
No, because that's what gives the character her thing.
Like, to get over, like she has to get over.
She's got a split personality, and one side of her is like a fighter for racial equality.
Yeah.
She lives in the 1960s.
Oh, okay.
And like I think Kennedy had just gotten elected in her world or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's got a split personality where the other half of her seduces young white men and murders them.
Whoa.
And so she's like crazy. But the one side of her is really nice, and the other, it's kind of like what we're talking about, the yin and the yang, except it's in one person. And so she hates Eddie and Roland, who Idris Elba is going to play.
Right.
And it's just like, what the fuck? Why make that change? He's perfect for it.
Right.
If that wasn't a major plot point. And you can't say any of this on a forum on the internet.
Yeah.
That's racist. No, it's not. Listen to what I'm saying. It's not racist. He's great for it, but that's an essential part of the story. Like, what the fuck? Well, they can just change it and take the... Why are we changing shit? He's going to make it shitty. If we're changing shit out of the gate, it's going to suck.
Except The Shining. The Shining, the movie. I mean, I've never read the book, but it sounds way better than the book.
They're both good. They're different. Yeah. The Shining movie's fucking awesome. It's very different from the book.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's kind of a Willy Wonka situation where the movie is fucking awesome, but pretty different from the book. Right. And so when you know them and love the movie, and then you try to go back, it's a little iffy.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It'll be interesting. Maybe they did change the story. Like, maybe it's not even... I mean... You're talking about it. It sounds like the Dark Tower takes place at a certain place in time. Like it's kind of a period piece ish. I mean, not like period piece as in.
It takes place in all times. Like, it's hard to explain.
Oh no, that makes sense. Then kind of like Cloud Atlas is like all different times and places. Like not.
Yeah, like Eddie is from like 1980s New York. Susanna is from I think Mobile or something like that from the 60s.
Yeah.
And then the kid Jake is from like the 90s from New York, and they all come together in this mystical world where this cowboy figure who's like a descendant of Arthur of the Knights of the Round Table, but like a different weird mystified version of it.
Yeah.
And it turns out his world like holds all worlds together, and they've been drawn there to fight as a team to go on this quest. It's the best shit ever.
That's awesome.
That was kind of spoilery, but there's going to be a disclaimer at the beginning of this shit for spoilers anyway, because we got to talk about The Walking Dead.
Oh my god!
But we should probably keep. Is there anything else about the Daredevil you wanted to get to before I tangented away?
It was great. Was glad to get to finally finish it.
Yeah,
I think it's really fun. Everybody should check it out.
When's the new one start? Like May, April?
I guess. I'm not exactly sure. I'm waiting for House of Cards. This is the Netflix, Everything Netflix channel. We're listening now.
They should really pay us for this shit. You know?
Shit, right? We're promoting for
free.
They're nonsense.
Yeah.
They're a distraction from real things. I'll tell you one thing I did watch before we get to The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I fucking watched Tomorrowland.
Is that the like George Clooney? It's like Pirates of the Caribbean in space. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I mean.
no.
Based on
conceptually,
a ride.
Yeah. But like, so Brad Bird did it. Brad Bird directed some of the best Simpsons episodes during the early and mid '90s.
Okay.
He also did The Incredibles, which is what he's known for. He did one of the Mission Impossible movies. So he's to me, like, the Simpson thing gives him cred to me. Like, I just think he's a fucking badass. Oh, he did The Iron Giant. And so he takes the helm at Tomorrowland, which honestly I was actually kind of interested in, unlike Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, I love pirates, but I mean, you see the first one. Do you need to see any of the others? I don't know. I mean,
I'm not really a fan of those at all. They're just like all 3.5 hours and indulgent nonsense.
They are.
Just Johnny Depp acting like that character. Like, I'm sure we've talked about this before because I'd say it every time anyone brings up Johnny Depp, but I can't watch that shit anymore.
The pirates or just him in general?
Him in general. All I see is slightly different versions of
Captain
his
Jack?
crazy, kooky Captain. Yeah, exactly.
But he doesn't play in that much that's worth seeing to me. Like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory wasn't worth seeing. Like
horseshit.
Anything that Tim Burton's done recently is not really worth seeing. Headless Horseman's not really worth seeing. From Hell, I mean, if you like looking at Heather Graham,
I think I thought those were the same movie. Actually,
they all have the same feel. They all feel the same. Like, no, without a doubt, it's so saturated.
What's the one where he's the barber? Is that a third movie that I thought was all the same movie?
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, wait, he's in From Hell. That's the one about. The Jack the Ripper.
And then there's the director one, the Ed Wood. Yeah,
dude,
no, you're right. No, it's like it's like you're the guy who plays the black and white guy in Color Life. In real life.
Yeah, it's kind of the same way I feel about the Batman movies with Christian Bale. I just can't do it anymore. I feel the same way even about Fear and Loathing a little bit, which I fucking love that movie. But now when I look at it, I just see him doing his. I mean, it's pointless to make faces on an audio podcast, but I'm sure you're all picturing what I'm picturing because you know what I'm talking about. This fucking guy, same shit in all his movies.
The Jack Sparrow. That's what's wrong with Scorsese movies right now is I can't.
With Scorsese.
I can't get away from Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, I have nothing against the guy necessarily personally, except he gets the hottest, model girlfriends ever. But
why would you hold that against him? You'd be happy for him, for your fellow man. Good for him.
I'd like that held against me. But that and like his voice is just way too boyish. I mean, there's no way he could ever be De Niro. Like, could you imagine him in a De Niro role? Like, you'd just kind of laugh. You'd be.
They should have had him play Legolas. Legolas.
He would have been. He would have been all right for like. I liked Orlando Bloom, but Hey, you know what?
What?
Apparently, cheeseburger and milkshake before working out was a terrible idea.
Who says?
A good friend of mine who's a teacher, I guess, who apparently decided to eat a full fucking meal before going out and doing like powerlifting and cardio. I don't know, but
that's not a good idea.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
I try and eat some fruit or veggies before I do that.
Right.
Because I know I'll hate myself.
If I'm working out, I want to like not have eaten for a couple hours, and then you want to eat after.
Yeah.
That's
I've had chicken wings before running.
Ooh.
It was really bad.
the heartburn.
Oh my god!
Oh my
no,
god!
And just the overall performance was terrible.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of foods are made for not doing anything afterwards. Like basically just laying there and waiting for them to clog your arteries.
Right. That's the kind of food you eat and then you just wait to die.
It's not your last canteen of water. It's fucking chicken wings and ribs.
Anyway,
we got another track by our
by
your potential future track making
kid Methus Ale, Methus Ela, Methus La.
Methuselah.
Kid Methuselah. I think I'm saying it right. Kid Methuselah.
Methuselah.
This is another one from the Future Beat It EP. This is actually the first the song that they posted. I think it's a he. I'm going to say it's a he. If I'm wrong, I apologize. This is a song he posted that I first saw and hit him up. I was like, hey, that's a cool song, brother.
Oh, nice.
This is called Bloop. Enjoy it.
Nice. But anyway, so Tomorrowland, like, yeah, is totally like a Disney flick, which I don't even like.
George Clooney?
I don't like Disney. It's George Clooney, this chick Britt Robertson, who, like, to her credit, she's been like acting since a teenager and trying to like make a name for herself, and she can kind of get lost out there in the sea of like, I don't want to say like average looking blondes. I think she's, you know, attractive young lady or whatever, but she like is perfect for this role. Like, they just nailed the shit out of it for her. But this movie was just like too kind of long, and there are some kind of like silly things about it, you know, like the idea is that there's this machine that's projecting the future when civilization collapses, but we're all thinking it's right now. So we've bought into it.
So it's like some Matrix shit in reverse.
Kind of, yeah. It's just like, I mean, to me, the culprit isn't that like, I mean, the culprit is our attitude of like, you know, we're all going to die and the earth's going to die. So why the fuck should we change anything, you know,
right.
kind of thing. And because it is about like, so George Clooney, it starts out George Clooney as a kid, goes to Tomorrowland, has like a rocket pack, you know, and he
ride at the...
No. He's at the World's Fair.
Okay.
And he meets these two people who are like, you know...
So in this world, Tomorrowland isn't like a section of Disney World or
No,
whatever.
it's like a weird dimension.
Okay.
It's an interdimensional thing. And so he ends up going there with this rocket pack that he tried to show them at the World's Fair, and they dismissed him.
And he's a kid at this point?
Yeah, and Hugh Laurie is like the dude who dismisses him. And so he goes to Tomorrowland, where they take like people who want to create like amazing things, you know, people with imagination and creativity and the smarts and the abilities to make it happen. And then it like fast forwards to like Britt Robertson's life, and she like is being told about this place and it's amazing and she wants to go, and finds out it's like in disrepair when she gets there and all this like other stuff, and has to bring like George Clooney, you know, the kind of crusty old guy who doesn't want to be a part of it anymore or whatever.
It's kind of like Brave New World-ish, right?
Like
a culture of denial of reality. Is that kind of the...
It's more like, it's such a hard thing to make. Like, basically, like, Tomorrowland would be the things if we fed... see, now we're taking metaphors.
It's like an alternate... If we had done everything right, this would be what's happening now.
If we didn't have like politics and bureaucracy and greed and things like that, we could make amazing fucking things. And
if people just did the right thing with what we have.
And like, it really, like, it gets me in the heart about the like NASA thing, because it kind of is built around that a little bit in the story of like, you know, the Hugh Laurie's like asking the kid George Clooney, like, why build a rocket pack? What's that important for? And he's like, I don't know. I just think like if somebody's flying through the air and some kid sees that and it causes him to like create something else or more amazing from it because it gets him like excited about it, like, how is that bad? You know? And that's kind of what NASA was for the longest time. It was like, we can do anything together if we work together, if we make shit happen. You know, we fucking beat the shit out of the Nazis, you know, in that beautiful American way.
And then got together with them and went to the moon.
Right.
It's really cool.
We had a couple of Germans help us build an atom bomb, and then we were like, we got some shit down.
You know what I read the other day is Neil Armstrong's last task on the moon was to place memorials for the Russian cosmonauts who had died trying to get to the moon.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
And
I was like, at the Cold War was going on.
Yeah.
And they were like...
And I think that's like, I mean, first of all, we've dehumanized people so much that we can like play video games and kill them across the ocean. I mean, you still have to join the Air Force to do that, but basically,
you know what that's like? Is it's like the post-game press conference at the Super Bowl and like the winning quarterback being like, you know what, I gotta hand it to our competitors. They're a hell of a team. They really gave us a good go out there, and nothing but the best to them. And I wish them the best next season. Like that. That's what Neil Armstrong did on the moon. Like, not really gloating, but like humble brag gloating.
Right.
Anyway.
No, but yeah, it's so I don't know. Tomorrowland has that kind of theme where it's like, you know, what the fuck are we really doing? We're just wasting our time. We're doing things because, any little change that would bring any inconvenience to humanity would just be way too much for the future.
So what you're saying is that that film has a leftist agenda that would dismantle the free market and everything that freedom and the American way is based on?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, it would.
Interesting.
Brought to you by a large corporation that will fucking sue the shit out of you if you mess with their mouse.
Right. They'll sue the shit off of you too.
Right. Every
They'll sue the shit in every way that can interact with your body.
Shit that has to do with you will be gone.
You won't even be able to conceive of shit.
There'll be shit you never even thought existed, and they'll have. You got my virginity? I lost that a long time ago.
Obscenity? All right.
So on to the Walking Dead.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, audio-visual entertainment brought to you instead of by a theme park ride. This one is brought by a comic, and yeah,
it's a good way to go.
As if nobody Sorry, that was a shitty transition. Anyway,
it's all right. They can't all be zingers, you
know. Speaking of brain dead.
Yeah.
How about that? Walking Dead. It finally came back. It came back on V-Day, which is when you should check on your venereal disease.
Nah.
But yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah.
They saved all the action. The wolf got a bullet. Son of a bitch.
You know, what I learned is that there's only one eye in Carl Grimes.
That shit bummed me out so bad. Like, I didn't feel bad that kid got eaten. I was just like, except that, I forget who said it. They were like, oh my God, did Carol like set that shit up? That kid got fucking killed.
That's so dumb. She's not fucking psychic, you know?
No, that kid, that family was not meant for this world. The Walking Dead world. I just hate that Jesse had to go. Fuck that.
I wanted to like her, and I liked it like when she stabbed the shit out of the wolf that came into their house, the wolf person. But Rick's like the flashbacks while she's getting eaten.
Right.
It's pretty fucking cheesy. Like, it took me out of it a little. I was a little like, okay, that's enough. We get it. He liked her. Like, whatever. Like, he's above this shit at this point, right? I don't know.
I felt like it didn't like make him snap, but it was like one more thing to break. And then when he saw Carl, then it just fucking snapped. And then, they took Carl in, and he's just like, I'm a man and I have a hatchet and I'm going to go fucking kill things until they kill me, I guess. There was no real plan there.
Right. Was that like suicide? Was he trying to die? But that doesn't make any sense.
It almost felt like, I think he didn't. I mean, okay, so having not like analyzed it or thought about it too much, except for like, because the interesting thing about this is going to help make his, continue to help build his legend. Like, the more people that see him do things and they have to like fall in line, which was like beautifully done, by the way. What is her name? The girl who's showing people how to use machetes. That's sleeping
Rosita?
with Rosita. Yeah, like having her show all that stuff and then seeing everybody start picking up shit because Rick loses his shit was like fucking cool. That was such a cool. Like,
at the risk of being called a fat shamer, I don't really buy that one chick that was guarding the cookies, that her cardio was quite up enough not to get eaten in that battle. Just saying. I don't know, but
yeah, but there still has to be a percentage of those in every civilization because they still get saved. So, I mean, that's why America has a lopsided amount of them right now. They say that shit in Tomorrowland. He's like, how can you have a epidemic of starvation and obesity? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
That is funny. Or not, I mean... funny and horrible.
Yeah, right.
It's funny. I'm sorry. It's funny.
Maybe it's not like funny haha, but it's hilarious. But yeah, so
Rick's
they hacked their way out.
But Rick's, it wasn't like a conscious decision. It was like a break in his mind. It wasn't like he was like, and now I will lead the people.
Yeah,
I will show them the strength they didn't know they had in one final act. Like it wasn't like that.
But I think it
just happened to work out.
There's things like that though. I think in history, like I mean, I can't think of a single one right now, but. You know,
I wish Dan Carlin were here.
I know. I've actually started listening to that, and
it's dope.
Amazing. They're so long, the episodes are,
Yeah.
which is the only problem. But anybody who's willing to put that much work into it definitely deserves it to be heard. That's a hardcore history, right?
Yeah, hardcore history with Dan Carlin.
But yeah, that wasn't a conscious decision. He just like fucking flipped out, and then everybody else just happened to join in. But I mean, maybe it takes one of those kinds of things. They had this one, fucking social media. But they had this one post that's like the individual who's dancing or whatever or doing something is not the most important. It's the person after that causes people to like. It almost causes like a hive mind, like almost a reaction that's not. It's like conscious.
What's that, like the 100 monkeys thing or whatever? Like once 100 of them, of like the monkeys in the whole of the, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Once 100 of the monkeys of the whole species, once 100 of them know how to do something, they all do. Like they all learn it.
Oh, they all
it's
learn
like
it.
The mass DNA.
But this is like a mass movement of things. Somebody else was using this to describe riots. Like, okay, I can get that person's morals will never be the same as mine because they're looting. But then if there's two of them, you know, it's always based off of the next person, and you're just in that line somewhere.
Right.
You're just like the 70th or the 80th or the 100th or the second or the third.
Because once the second person does it, you're not judging the action, you're judging the acceptability of the action.
Exactly. Kind of. Yeah. It's a weird thing. So I think that both of those things kind of play into mind, the kicking off of the hive mind and then the more of just in that situation, I would just guess the belief that you're not going to die, that these people have survived so long because they fought so fucking much that I would like to be a part of that. So let's go ahead and start swinging a machete around willy-nilly as well.
Yeah, no, there was a good one. There was all kinds of badass moments. Daryl with the rocket launcher.
Oh my god,
fucking sweet.
That was my favorite, dude. That was my.
You know, I'm bummed that guy's dead. The leader of the little pack.
I thought that was Dwayne for some reason.
Was it?
No,
I don't know. No,
Dwayne's the guy who stole the motorcycle from.
Right.
From Daryl, but no. Okay, I'm bummed that guy was dead because he was so good.
I mean, he was an asshole.
He was so good at being an asshole, though.
Yeah.
But that's Daryl's death warrant. Like he signed it.
But they don't know it was Daryl. They're all
not
dead.
yet. I think they're gonna. They're
not gonna find out it was Daryl, but they're gonna find out it was the community and go after him for sure. But it was already war. They were already gonna come take all their shit. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. So now it's just extra warish.
It's just really bad. I was sitting there just like, oh man, fuck. But see, it might come to a point. Like I haven't read all of those. Like what was that story? Growing fear or whatever.
Something to fear.
Something to fear. Like I didn't catch all that stuff. I started right at 100. And with the death.
You didn't see the lead up.
Yeah, I didn't see the lead up to that, and so I didn't catch like what happened to Abraham. I didn't see what happened there. I don't even remember what happened to Abraham. I didn't even see how like the whatever deal that they had or whatever interactions they had already had happened, and I don't know what they were. Yeah. I just fucking saw Negan and really bad shit, and was just like. Have been sitting here going like, I want him to die. Yeah,
they're like Negan's group is basically like Roman government.
Oh, they remind me of the mafia.
The mafia
is who they remind me of.
That's
So I saw all that
Italians.
stuff.
They're like Italians. Rome, the mafia.
I saw Carl getting like taken with the gun to the Saints, and getting to like talk with Negan and. The meeting with the guy who owns a tiger. I can't think of his name. I have
Ezekiel.
I have his first appearance in an issue, and then kind of the run up to All Out War, which I still haven't read, and I don't know what I'm waiting for.
You got to get on that shit.
I guess I was just trying to catch up from the other direction, up to 100. But anyway, so. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but I guess to me, what I fear when I watch that shit or see Daryl like having done that is like, Negan might want person for person. Like how many people got killed during that interaction and how many am I going to take with
5.
Yeah, and so and I can't see Daryl not being like, no, I'm not gonna go. Like, you know,
he'd give himself up.
He'd give himself up, and I'm just like, he's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. Like at the end of the season, if he makes it out, I will be surprised.
I don't know that it's gonna come down on him though. They might just attack. Like, it might not be a. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I don't know.
Probably not, because they're going to want to reveal Negan with a big monologue and shit.
It's going to be horrifying.
I can't remember how they even first... I think they do just blindly attack in the comic. That's how you first... I think. I can't even remember. I don't know.
It's crazy. I guess I'm also not reading because I just want this season to be over to see how it pans out.
Yeah.
Because I know that All Out War is going to be amazing and incredible and horrible and awesome and everything, you know, like no matter how you do it, you can't fuck that up. That's like that's going to be like a part in the comic that might even take the whole, you know, half or whole of a season just to do. And I look forward to the carnage.
Hello again. It's time for an interlude and a song.
Interlude.
I
believe I used some of that this weekend when I was trying to inseminate some cows.
Yeah?
Interlude.
That reminds me of my buddy, well, I won't name names. I have a buddy that used to work at a
no names.
An adult store. And they had a product at this adult store called Anal Ease. But it was spelled like anal and then E-S-E.
Yeah.
And we're in Albuquerque, right? So people would come in and be like, anal essay? Give me some of that anal essay. Amazing.
Oh my God. Only in Albuquerque would that shit happen. Maybe Espanola.
Speaking of anal essay.
How about some music? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It helps the receiving of terrible shit in your life.
Yeah, music is like the anal lube of life, I would say.
For the dick that life is.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. I like that. This is another track by our buddy Kid Methuselah, and it is called Paris off of the Yan Wei EP.
Huh.
What'd you think about... Yeah, we talked a little bit about Jesse dying.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming at all.
No.
The eye thing happens in the comic.
Right.
But they even still tricked me with it.
Yeah.
I thought that he missed.
Oh, I did too.
I thought they changed it in order to fake out the comic readers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I even said it as like, I said it to my lady friend. I was like, oh, I thought he was going to shoot him in the face. And then the next shot.
I think I thought that. And then, he turned around and was like, Dad.
And then I felt like a dick because I felt like it seemed like I said it on purpose because I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like right before it happened. But I thought that it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And, yeah.
I got you.
Right. Shit was crazy.
Shit.
I was a little disappointed in the wound.
Oh.
It was just kind of like a red thing where his eye is.
Oh.
I wanted like green screen, half of his face gone shit, because that's how it was in the comic. Right?
Yeah.
It's way more brutal.
I don't know. It happened almost too fast, and I was like too surprised. I was like,
yeah.
It like I had just sat down and I hadn't watched anything in forever. I mean, they had the run up to it all weekend or the week before, or whatever. And I had seen some of the earlier episodes, like
they were marathoning the last season.
Yeah, well, they were marathoning the season. The part that I caught was end of season 2, beginning of season, or end of season 1, beginning of season 2, where it's still kind of the just them talking and dealing with the world, like just trying to figure the shit out, like how they're gonna survive. Because then in season 3 they come into their own, but like, so I hadn't watched any in a while, and I was kind of thinking like, how's that going to turn out? How's this all going to turn out? And then it just like jumped right into it, which is cool. You want it to. You don't want to sit there and be like, when are we going to get to the show, guys? Come on.
Yeah. Right off the bat, there was kind of like a editing discrepancy, though.
Yeah.
Like the kid, Sam,
clearly talking.
Yeah, and they just glossed over that like it didn't happen, and they were far from the house they left when it picked up.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? I thought that was, I mean, it didn't really matter, but I thought that was kind of weird.
It messed up the chronology in your head, because that happened to me too. And I was like, oh, I think they just wanted us to freak out. And then when they came back, we're just like, no, just kidding. Which kind of fucked with my head too a little bit, because when he was like sitting there listening to Carol in his head, Sam was, and then he started getting eaten, I almost thought like they're gonna cut back and he's gonna still be there like frozen.
I had that moment too.
It just didn't. It just had a surreal moment to it.
But I think that's how it would be, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like as Rick's watching his new girlfriend get eaten.
Yeah.
Just all like transfixed and like fuck. Like, it would have that surreal quality.
Shit, she
like
was
dreamlike.
So hot. Right? She was like hotter than my wife.
I really wanted to bone her. Damn it. Did they? They just made out, right?
I thought maybe they did once. I don't know.
Did they imply? I don't know.
I thought there was some implied.
I can't remember.
Possibilities, but
yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. That Sam kid.
It's for the best.
Oh yeah. No.
It's
unfortunately, but yeah, it is. What's his name? Not Azrael. Israel?
Ezekiel?
Not Ezekiel. Oh, shit. I'm totally like spacing on his name now. The priest.
Oh, Gabriel. Azrael? That's like a demon in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
It's like the devil's minion.
No, Gabriel's the good.
It's the messenger angel.
Yeah. Him taking Judith was cool. He was like stepping up, because like everybody was watching with me was like, don't trust that fucker, don't trust him.
I was like, really, Rick? At that point Rick was like, whatever, I can't. Like, well, that was, he gave her to Gabriel before they got eaten. Right.
Yeah. And that was, I don't know, that's a horrifying prospect to do, like that. I
give your baby to a coward.
I guess the thing is, like, this whole second half of the whatever, but this episode was just very much like, damn, everybody's stepping up and shit. I finally like everybody mostly, and then some people got to get killed and shit. And I definitely thought it was done for Glenn there at the end.
Yeah. How about his goddamn plot? If he survives this season, I'm
amazed.
Officially rooting for his death. As much as he's awesome and I don't want him to die, come on. Like, they tricked me again, and they did it. It was like another thing where they know the audience is savvy enough to know the direction of of writing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to make it seem like this poetic thing that when his wife sees him again, it's him dying.
Oh my God, I know.
And I thought for sure that was about to happen. And I was like, I had the goosebumps. I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna kill him right now. Oh shit,
They waited.
That's crazy.
They waited.
Yeah, and then the fucking plot armor, and in a hail of bullets, he doesn't get grazed. But it's like, I read some comment on Reddit. Someone was like, the dress blues give you plus 200 accuracy. Like, and they were saying that he upped his luck perk, like in Fallout. Yeah, the mysterious stranger perk.
Oh man, I don't know. That was a good moment though, because you were just like, of course this would be how it ends, and then like boom, it didn't, and you were like, oh, okay.
He's got to die this season.
Oh man, I'm so scared. It
has to happen.
You
think they'll take him and Daryl?
Those are my top picks, Daryl and I don't know that they would do both. Like that would be really change up the whole dynamic of the show. Like.
Yeah, they can't take both.
Yeah, they're my top 2 picks for someone who's going to die this season by the end. Yeah. One of them is going to be dead.
My money's on Glenn.
Yeah.
I think they need to I think before they kill Daryl, they're going to give him a real love story. You know?
Yeah.
I think they have to.
I wish we could get a little more backstory. I want to know where that fucker came from. Cause
we know a little.
But I mean, he's not really from the comic, and so...
Right.
There's not, like, the comic definitely has some pretty good, like, backstory for those who are, like, fans of the TV show.
There's rumors he's going to show up in the comic.
Oh, really?
Which may have happened. I'm a few months behind now.
I'm collecting them, but I haven't read anything since, like, 114 or something like that.
Yeah, there's these, I don't know. I don't need to just start spoiling things.
But yeah.
There's a cool group that comes later after the all-out war, and there's the next thing is cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of guessing it from the covers, because I'm seeing the covers all the time, and I'm kind of seeing like some possible good times ahead.
They do that same kind of trickery that I was talking about, making us all think Glenn's about to die, like in the show. They do that with the covers of the comics.
Yeah.
Like they put stuff on the cover that's like a huge spoiler that just in no way ever happens. They do that regularly, and not just with Walking Dead. I think with all comics. Isn't that kind of...
Some of them do, but some of them you don't get the context until after you've read it. Like Deadly Class shows stuff all the time, but you never...
It makes it seem like it's something that it might not be.
But it's totally something different, yeah.
That's like they used to do that on like 24, like when they'd show like the preview for next week.
Yeah.
They'd make it look like this crazy thing happens, but that doesn't happen at all, and it's resolved in like the first 45 seconds of the episode. And it's total like editing trick to make it look like something it's not,
But anyway, I'm glad. This season's been awesome. It's been really fun. The whole first half was a fucking day. You had the first like 5
it was a couple days,
5 or 6 episodes. I mean, basically like all the events like happen.
Really well done.
The main event happens in like the span of a day over 6 episodes, and that's really cool. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Negan at all. I'm not looking forward to any of that shit. It's just going to be such a bummer.
That shit's awesome.
It's going to be so fucking awful. Like, even just that one part, that one interaction with them. Oh, man. I was just sitting there like, I was like, man, Abraham's going to go fucking nuts or something, or he's going to die. I kind of thought he was going to die.
I thought one of those two was going to die in that moment when, I don't even know the guy's name, but the awesome evil guy, Negan's henchman.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was pointing the guns at him. Like, oh, wait, I am going to kill you. It was so awesome. So good. I'm bummed that guy's gone. I wish we got to see more of him. But he's just like he's like a taste. In Super Mario 3 when you fight like Bowser Jr., or whatever. Before you get to Bowser in the last stage. He's like a little like mini boss before you get to the final Bowser.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
this Negan?
He's like a Pokemon that's going to turn into Negan. That's what that guy is. He's like the same, but not at the level that we're going to see.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to be crazy. So there you go, kids. Fucking Walking Dead. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Excited. Nervous.
Yeah.
Anxious. Anciently anxious. I don't know. Has anything else been going on? Anything else you've been up to and around?
No.
No?
No, I've been doing some writing. I've been writing some verses.
Yeah.
It's good times. Just same typical shit.
Are we confirmed for a guest for next week? Can we say that? Can we say that with any confidence?
You know how it goes. Life happens. We're hoping we're gonna have Mary, our buddy Mary, of fucking Band with No Name, plays with what do they call
Shoulder
them?
Voices.
Shoulder Voices. Yeah, those guys.
Awesome.
Who are great.
Right.
It's actually I've seen them twice, and I think there's a lot of chaos to their show.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk to Mary about this next week. But I think the if the sound isn't like super on point, I think it can derail their show quickly because it just sounds like chaos because it's barely holding on anyway.
Right.
But when it does hold on, it's like the magic happens. Like they're fucking great. I like Shoulder Voices. At first, the first time I saw them, I was like, I don't know what that was. I didn't dislike it, I think. But then the second time I saw him, I was like, okay, I get it now. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool.
I think the first time I saw him, I was like, I'm not on enough psychedelics right now.
Yeah.
I should be on more psychedelics. Well, awesome.
But yeah, Mary next week will be
next week.
We'll be here.
Quietly Kept has shows coming up. I could not tell you where, so go to quietlykept.com or check out Quietly Kept Music on the Facebooks. We're also on Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, everywhere your mom wants to be. She's a hoe like that. Yeah, I don't know. There was something else I was gonna say, but I think we've filled out our time.
Yeah. We've done the required 40 or so minutes. So fuck these people.
We were guest list, and you're on the guest list. So I guess this is the end.
Word. We'll see you next week. Go fuck yourself.
Peace out.
Much love. A scoobity boobity hoo-ha.
Well, that's been our episode for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it defied genres and definitely defied good taste.
Oh yeah.
In fact, this is the Bad Taste podcast. You can catch us every week. We're full of, that would be great if there was a podcast about really terrible cooking, like really awful recipes,
like the worst recipes you can find.
Oh my god, the worst recipes.
Cook it and eat it.
Yeah, and then the reaction to eating it in the podcast.
I do not volunteer for this. That's a good idea. But.
Yeah, it's not like like Andrew Zimmern tried to do that with Bizarre Foods. We're not going bizarre. We're just.
Was that the guy that shot Trayvon Martin?
No.
That's George Zimmer, right?
Yeah, George.
Do I have
Zimmer?
Okay.
Zimmerman?
I don't know.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's forgettable. Fuck him.
He's a piece of shinola.
Anyway.
But yeah, that would be a great podcast. There you go. New ideas, people. Put them out there.
Run with it.
Make something of your own.
Give Rob credit, though.
Be a digital content creator.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? A digital content creator?
That's what the fuck I am. When I wake up in the morning, I go, today I'm going to be the best digital content creator. I'm going to be the best digital cunt I can be.
The digital content creator guy that ever was. Yes, Mom, I did it.
All right. We're going to play a song to end the show.
End the show.
We're going to end it on another track by our good friend, Kid Methuselah. And let's do, how about this one? See You Again, featuring Natalie Rogers.
Awesome.
Enjoy it. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
With Mary. Goodbye.
Been driving around in circles just to see your face. Can't seem to get you off my mind, but my life has been replaced. I wish I knew